Another good question. There are three different surveys that you can have typically on a house. A valuation survey, which is the sort of lowest one in terms of the depth of time that the surveyor will spend in the house. Then there'll be a home buyer's report, which will be more in detail, and then there's a full structural survey. People would say, I think, that a full structural survey is really only for the house that's got an obvious problem with it, a crack or some obvious settlement, or the roof looks twisted, or maybe somebody has said there might be something running underneath the house like a culvert. Then you would get a full structural survey. More often than not, buyers at the moment are having a valuation survey, and it's probably 70-30. 30% of people are getting a home buyer's report. So the home buyer's report goes into more detail. What to look out for? If you have a home buyer's report done on your property that you're buying, it will come back as a 20-25 page document that will scare most people. And when you first read this report, you're thinking, oh my God, they're just all these faults. They use a traffic light system to grade the faults that the surveyor has found. Red, amber, green. Green is okay, 2 is kind of like an advisory, and 3 is it needs urgent attention. And because the world is the way it is at the moment, bureaucracy and red tape, surveyors have to categorise electricity supplies within properties and gas supplies within properties as a 3, which alerts everybody and makes them think, my God, there's something wrong with the gas and the electric supply, when in actual fact, what the surveyor more often than not is saying, we can't as surveyors tell you whether the electric circuitry is okay, and we can't tell you whether the gas system is okay, but we're telling you that you need to get it checked by a qualified professional. So that will make you sit on the edge of your seat. Don't let that alarm you. That happens on every home buyer's report. You're looking out for probably problems with the fabric of the house, the main things that keep the weather out: the roof, the walls, the windows, and within the walls there's a damp-proof course, and those are the things that would concern most buyers. And you'll find that in a home buyer's report they do go into some detail, and they will, if they do find a fault, they'll recommend that you get in touch with a qualified builder to go out and do a survey and quote for any work that may be required. Then there is an opportunity perhaps to negotiate once these invoices come back, and quotations rather come back. There's an opportunity to negotiate. In this particular market that we're in now, midsummer 21, that's probably less likely, because the owner has a lot of confidence. You know, it's a seller's market, and the owner can say, well, if you don't want it, I've got another buyer behind you. So that might change, it might not, but you know, in a normal market where it's even Stevens, then typically there is a little bit of negotiation that would go on. The valuation report, which is the one that the banks and building societies recommend as a minimum, does what it says on its tin. It values the house. So the surveyor is going out there to look at the property principally for the lending institution that they represent, the bank or building society. Most buyers think that that survey report is for them. It's not, it's for their bank, protecting their bank's interest, really. It will go into a certain amount of detail. It will be not as extensive as the home buyer's report, but it will find the same faults, if there are any, and it will just probably bullet point them and recommend that you get further investigative work or checks. They typically both come to the same end, and in this market, possibly there's some negotiation, more likely at the moment not. In a different market, you know, you see how it goes, but that's what to expect on a survey.